So Errol Spence Jr. He wasn't at the Boxing Hall of Fame, and a lot of legendary boxers have opinions on who's going to win between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. So at the Boxing Hall of Fame, Terrence Crawford was there, and he had his fist got put into a cast. So, I guess it'll be like a stone statue of his fist. And it seemed like Terrence Crawford was getting a lot of shine there. A lot of people was embracing him. So it's not a surprise that, Sugar Ray Leonard said some things in the past about Errol Spence losing to Bud. Recently, James Toney came out and said, look, Spence be lucky if he lasts 6 rounds. Roy Jones, he believes Bud beats Errol, and a few other fighters too. And people, the Errol fans are feeling like everybody's ganging up on Errol Spence. Like, it seems like they think everybody was ganging up on Errol because he wasn't there. He wasn't at the Hall of Fame. Let me just say this, man. That when y'all say that, it make me feel like y'all kind of like jealous that Errol wasn't there. Yo, they entitled to their opinion, man. If they felt Errol would beat Bud, they would say it. It just so happened they just feel like Terrence Crawford beats Bud. There's no conspiracy about that. There's no conspiracy like, oh, let's all just gang up on Errol Spence because we love Terrence Crawford so much. I don't think that's what it is. I think a lot of people, a lot of boxers, man, that's done this. They've been in the ring and they study fighters. They know what it's like. And maybe they see something in Terrence Crawford that they just don't see in Errol Spence. It's their opinion. Why does it have to be that they're ganging up on Errol Spence? And then Errol, somebody tweeted that to Errol. And Errol was like, fuck them all. Pretty much. It's like, fuck them. Fuck them all. And when, I think it was Fight Hype. They were at the Boxing Hall of Fame. They asked Terrence Crawford what he thought about what James Toney said about the 6th round knockout. That Errol was not going to last 6 rounds. But it was pretty much professional about it. He's like, well, that's Toney. That's his opinion. He see what he see. I guess we're going to have to find out who's telling the truth when we fight. So all of this, I think a lot of the Errol-sexuals are jealous that Bud was at the Hall of Fame and Errol wasn't. Maybe that's what it is. But yo, listen, if Errol become an all-time great, he'll have his time too. He'll have his time to get into the Hall of Fame or get his fist casted, all that stuff, man. But to say that these guys are ganging up on Errol Spence, man, I think that's kind of that's an absurd argument, man. It's called opinions, and everybody got one. That's all it is. They just seem to ride with Terrence Crawford, man. Think about it. If Errol Spence was the one at the Boxing Hall of Fame, and it was other legendary boxers that support him, you guys wouldn't be saying that Bud was getting ganged up on if they was voting for Errol Spence. So why is it any different now, man? Bud just got embraced because he's going to be put into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So he's being embraced by other people that's either Hall of Famers or inductees. You know what I'm saying? So they all embracing Bud. If Errol was there, they probably would embrace Errol too. Stop, man. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure even if Errol was there, they would still hold their opinions. You know what I mean? They wouldn't change because Errol is there. Just my take, man. But Errol pretty much is like, I guess Errol was salty. It's crazy because Errol don't seem like a person that really let a lot of things bother him. But it sure did seem bothered though. You know what I mean? By that tweet or the Instagram tweet, I think it was. Why even respond then? If you're not really bothered about what Roy Jones and them, they wasn't bashing them. They just spoke their opinion, man. If it don't bother you that much, why you gotta reply to that Instagram post then? It's crazy, bro. But that's just my take on it, man. Let Bud have his moment, man. That's his moment. Stop trying to take it from him. But anyway, I'll catch y'all later, and I'm out.